Welcome back, NAAFS fans. Coming up next, we have welterweights as Keith Duncan takes on Emmanuel Kangah.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first fight tonight is brought to you by B3 Enterprises and also the distinguished Mr. John P. Lennon. And now, making his way to the John P. Lennon red corner, please welcome Keith Duncan.
Well, Duke, here comes Keith Duncan, 0-2 out of Hollywood MMA. Says he has been doing a little bit of work about a month and a half with American Top Team. He likes the ground, and as I'm watching him come out right now, this is the being taped here on the night before Thanksgiving. Says he's a big Michigan fan, but I don't think he's wearing any Michigan gear coming here into Buckeye Land.
Now that would be a hostile move and very offensive to the Ohio State fans here.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this. You know, you're one of the top trainers in the world. You got a young guy, an amateur, starts off 0-2. What are you telling him to keep his confidence, to keep getting back in there?
The main thing is sometimes fighters, it takes them a few fights to work out their style. He's got a big height advantage, and he's real tall for his weight. He's definitely got to either figure out the length fighting on his feet or the clinch on his feet with knees, or going to have a dangerous back game with triangles and arm bars.
Absolutely, yeah. Run those legs high up on the shoulder, pin down the shoulders, strike, and look to hit an arm bar or triangle, something like that. Yeah, that's, it's one of those things, but well, he's about to enter the cage, and we'll see if he's able to get his first victory here tonight.
And now, making his way to the B3 Enterprises blue corner, please welcome his opponent, Emmanuel Kangah.
Well, here comes Emmanuel Kangah, 0-1, True Roots MMA, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio via the Ivory Coast, or if you're French, the Côte d'Ivoire. And this guy lost a split decision to Will Johnson at NAAFS Proving Grounds back in July. He's kickboxed for about 3 years, did Taekwondo for about 9, and young guy, 25 years old, he wants to stand and bang. So, let's take a look at our Tim Lally Chevrolet tail of the tape. And Duke, what do you see here?
Well, I see Kangah, he's younger by 7 years. A huge height advantage for Duncan, and a 4-pound weight advantage, and as well a great reach advantage. What we can say about Kangah, the Ivory Coast having its French roots with France, they have a great Muay Thai pedigree, and there's some really good strikers even in the Ivory Coast in the world of Muay Thai. So we'll have to see if that rubs off on this man from the Ivory Coast, or as you say,
the Côte d'Ivoire.
Oh, you're always the consummate professor.
Well, he comes in here, like I said, he went to high school at Euclid High School right up by Cleveland. So, but he does have his roots in the Ivory Coast, so he wants to keep it standing. Duncan says he prefers the ground, but doesn't mind standing and banging. So we'll see if we can get some fireworks on the feet, and how long Duncan's going to want to stand with Kangah before he decides to take it to the ground. We see Kangah getting last-minute instructions, and send it up to Jazz right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, our first fight tonight is brought to you by B3 Enterprises and also John P. Lennon. This fight is scheduled for three 3-minute rounds in the NAAFS Amateur Series welterweight division. And now, introducing, fighting out of the John P. Lennon red corner, this fighter's record sits at 0-2, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing 170 pounds even, representing Hollywood MMA American Top Team, fighting out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, Keith Blackie Chan Duncan. And now his opponent fighting out of the B3 Enterprises blue corner. This fighter's MMA record sits at 0-1, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing 166 1/2 pounds, representing True Roots MMA, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, by way of the Ivory Coast, West Africa, Emmanuel, the Natural Mystic Kangah. Your referee is Jerry Chris.
Well, two of the more interesting nicknames here in the NAAFS, Blackie Chan versus the Natural Mystic.
Well, that Natural Mystic is the influence of Robert Nesta Marley, as we know him, Bob Marley, man. That's the Natural Mystic glory.
And here we go, fight fans. Duncan will be in the red trunks, Kangah in the black.
Little Hendo combo, inside leg kick, right hand. That's money in the bank, I say. One of the best. Yep, there it is again. One of the best combos in striking MMA. I think he's got him hurt already.
I think so. Yeah, this fight's over. It's, call it. Jerry Chris is letting it go, but this is, Man, he folded him like a lawn chair. Yeah, impressive victory for Emmanuel, the Natural Mystic Kangah. It shows a lot of class right there, going over and helping him up.
You know, someone like Duncan, you know, he's got a great passion for the sport. My biggest advice would be to take some time away from competing and focus a little bit more on training. And then when you get stronger and get more solid, to come back to the sport. You can see he has a great passion to want to do the sport. He just needs...
And as we take a look at that replay, and then this is the beginning of the end right here. You know, you make a great point. It's not bad to sometimes come in, take a couple of fights, see where you are. You need a barometer, and then say, all right, you know, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was, or I'm really, you know, I'm really dominating. But, you know, then you, like you said, go back to the gym and work on what you need to work on.
Well, that's what this NAAFS amateur series is all about, making you better to become a great pro.
Well, I, for one, am looking forward to seeing Emmanuel, the Natural Mystic Kangah, back in the NAAFS. Like we said, he lost his first fight via split decision, and he came out and really was impressive here. Great combos, and, well, let's send it up to Jazz and make this one official.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jerry Chris has put a stop to this contest at just 27 seconds of round number 1. Officially, this is a TKO. Your winner, Emmanuel, the Natural Mystic